I'm going to bring up a presentation on the screen in just a second, but I want to ask you a question before we get started. I want you to give me about maybe 35 minutes of your time starting right now. In the next 35 minutes, it is my job to bring to you something that is absolutely sweeping the world by storm. And we call it the boom. You know, the boom, you're going to understand that in probably about 15 minutes from right now. You're going to understand what we mean by when we say boom. What do we mean by when we say iBoom? We are the boomerang. And as I say the word boomerang, think about this. How many of you have ever shared an application with somebody on a phone? Maybe it was a rideshare app. Maybe it was a shopping app. Maybe it was an app that, you know, allowed you to order groceries, and that app sent groceries to your door, or food, or whatever it is. We pick up our phone, we download apps, we use the applications. Amazon, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. So many of them that are out there. DoorDash, Uber Eats. So many companies that we use on a daily basis. But what happens when we have a good experience? What do? We brag about it. We share it with our family members and friends. Can you remember jumping into your first rideshare? And maybe you were nervous, maybe you were excited to be the first person in your circle to be able to brag about the fact that you had a stranger pick you up, and all you did, there was no cash transaction at all. You used your smartphone to do business with a stranger because you trusted the technology. And then you share it with your family members and friends. And then what happens? They share it with their family members and friends. And then what happens? They share it with their family members and friends. And soon you have global communities into the billions of people around the world who are socially connected because we shared an application for free. We shared an application for free because we wanted to brag about it. But what's the boomerang effect when you do that? What comes back to you? Maybe you'll get a referral fee one time. Most of the cases, you don't. But the question is, what if you could share a technology that had a residual boomerang effect attached to it? What that basically means in when you throw goodwill out to individuals that helps them, whether it be an application, technology, product, or service, you throw it to them using digital formats, using technology, and when they activate it, and it's free to them to have access, and when they activate it, what if that came back to you in the form of financial gain? Not once, not twice, but residually. The individual who invited you to this presentation, this is what they want to share with you. They are right now in the midst. Maybe they're new to iBuumerang. Maybe they've been around for a while. Maybe they're one of the individuals that are already making 6 figures a year in iBuumerang. I don't know. But here's what I do know. They want to share something with you that's revolutionary. And we basically simply say this: listen, what if we can show you how to get paid to do what you already do? Would you do more of it? Think about it. The youngest billionaire in the world at the time was Mark Zuckerberg when he hit billionaire status. He was the youngest billionaire in the world. But do you ever ask yourself, how did he get there? We did it. But who was the billionaire? He is. So it means that you have everything that it takes to create a billionaire, which means you could actually create success for yourself. But the problem is there's no boomerang effect in Facebook. There's no boomerang effect in Instagram, in YouTube, Amazon. And there never was one. There's never designed to be that way. So we can't get upset with them, but we can get revenge. We can join something that's going to benefit us. We can share things that we can benefit from and our family members and friends can benefit from, and so forth and so on. And ladies and gentlemen, that's where we get into the boomerang effect. So I'm going to jump right into this. I'm super excited to show this to you. And let me see, for some reason it did not go into. All right, let me get rid of that sidebar, and we hide sidebar. There we go. We are ready to go. What you're looking at right now is actually the logo of our company. And it's also the actual name of our company, which I absolutely love, iBuumerang. So let's just jump right into it because we're going to talk about money. So we have to do a disclaimer. iBuumerang cannot and will not make any guarantees about your ability to get results or earn money with our program, information, tools, or strategies. This is kind of one of my favorite times to slow down. And I know we have translations going on around the world, and I want to be respectful to those translators. But this is absolutely my favorite part to talk about, because this is the honesty and the transparency of our company, who we are, who we've been, and where we're headed. Our disclaimer is set up just for people like you and people like me. But I want you to help you understand something. Did you know that your local gym has a disclaimer statement? When you walk into your local gym, you pay a monthly fee to have access to the weights, to the pool, to the elliptical, to everything that is accessible under the umbrella of your local gym. You pay a monthly fee. You have access to millions upon millions of dollars of infrastructure, activity, and events because you are a member of that gym. But they have a disclaimer statement. They can't guarantee your results. Why? Because they don't know when you're going to show up. They can't call you and say, hey, listen, you haven't been here for 5 days. The treadmill needs you. You're never going to get that phone call. So they can't guarantee your results, but what they can guarantee you is you have access. And I can tell you this, and iBuumerang, the exact same thing. You're going to have access to the exact same tools and strategies that individuals who are working part-time hours, making full-time income in iBuumerang, you're going to have the exact same access that they have. So let's jump into the presentation portion. I'm going to ask you a couple questions. I'm going to shake you a little bit, and I want you to pay attention and just stay with me for the next 30 minutes. The world is changing. I think everybody can agree with that, especially in the year 2020. We have seen multiple companies sending their employees home to work from home, which means you could have always been working from home. But now we're starting to entertain the possibilities because the world is changing. Studies show by Zeti.com that by 2027, 86.5 million people will work whenever and wherever they want. You hear what I just said? That's the world that we're moving into. A shift from traditional jobs to traditional work. Yesterday, people had one job, one career, and pretty much worked 9 to 5 or 40 hours a week. We call it the 40-40 plan. 40 hours a week, 40 years, 40-40-40-40 plan. That's the sources Upwork for that. Now, today, 84% of independent workers live their preferable lifestyle compared to just 54% working in traditional jobs. Now, I'm 45 years old. When I was 25 years old, I was introduced to this concept 20 years ago. When I found out that there are people on the planet that literally are living on residual income, I went on a mission to research and find what industry would work best for me to create residual income, to allow me to go have fun, to allow me to enjoy my success. I live in a multi-million-dollar community, and I'm not kidding when I tell you this. I don't know a lot of my neighbors. $1-million homes, beautiful community, but I don't know a lot of them. Why? They're always working. They're always working. I know the kids, but I don't know the parents. That's not success to me. Success is being able to create generational wealth through residual income, and that's what we're going to talk about. What if you can be a part of a platform where the customer expectations, are changing in terms of needing ongoing value, unique experiences, personalized, services and products that are designed specifically for you. Your expectations have changed. You want time freedom. People want time freedom these days. That's the most requested, frustrating thing about individuals that I know that are successful. They don't have time to enjoy their success. Creating residual income allows you to buy your time back, and it also allows you to give back. And we'll talk about that, our foundations that we do here in iBuumerang. Now, let's talk about the old world. When you talk about home-based businesses, when you talk about building a career or an opportunity from home, the old world, you got to sell. And typically in the home-based business arena, it's like, hey, switch your water to my water. Switch your toothpaste to my toothpaste. If you switch to my electricity, you're going to save a lot of money. It is all about the sale and the switch pitch. And there's nothing wrong with that. But the problem is that when people join the industry of home-based businesses, the people who get them to join, they forget to tell them, you've got to be a great salesperson to be successful. And that's where many people jump off the boat of entrepreneurialism and go right back to work, because people don't explain to them, you got to be good at sales to make this work. 10 to 12 hours a day, working in one industry, one stream of income, you own nothing and you retire with little income. Let's go into the new world. The new world is What if you could have success without selling? Now, you're already doing this, but you probably don't realize you're doing it for somebody else and they're making the money, which just means it's just a small tweak in the thinking. You're already doing it. You're already having success without selling. You're just not appreciating and getting any of the success. But guess who is? Mark Zuckerberg. Guess who is? The founder of YouTube, LinkedIn, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, Amazon. I can keep going on and on and on. We successfully share and sell these technologies to our family members and friends, and we get zero. I close my eyes because that's what we get. Zero. What if you had access to something where you could do this and it actually boomerangs back to you? You access to 192 countries around the world. While I'm talking to you right now, without exaggerations, I am in my home in South Lake, Texas. Right now, I am making money in over 60 countries around the world while we're talking. We're about to share why and how that is possible. Technology that works for you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You get paid when your customers save money. You earn multiple income streams in one business under the umbrella of iBuumerang. Yesterday, you get paid when you sell, right? If you ever joined a home-based business company, here's pretty much what it looks like. You got an exciting college student, or maybe a single mother, or maybe a father, or a guy who just wants to make some part-time income. They join this nutritional company, and I'm actually going to use a different prop because this is proper. This is one of my smoothies that I drink. We don't sell smoothies, but I love nutritional products. I'm a healthy guy. I love healthy stuff. So it's my job in a network marketing company typically to find this juice that looks like something that you wouldn't even put on your skin. But when you drink it, you're healthy. And now I got to talk my family members and friends into loving my juice. And then you start figuring out it's hard to get family members and friends to switch their toothpaste. I thought it would be easy to get my mother to switch her makeup. No, it's hard. She loves her makeup. She loves me too, but she loves her makeup. So the same individual that's excited about joining this new opportunity because the person who recruited them forgot to tell them you got to be a great salesperson, and they start realizing I can't sell these knives. These knives cost $2,200. Nobody in my family has ever used a knife that costs that much money. I can't sell this vacuum. I'm not a vacuum salesperson. I don't know how to sell nutritionals and products and skincare and things like that. Don't let that depress you. The masses of society don't know how to do it, but those who do can be massively successful. But what if you can move into today's modern era of opportunities where you don't have to be that salesperson? What if you can create success without having to be this sensational salesperson? By moving in today, what we call you get paid when your customers save. When you give value, it's the same way that you go to somebody and you say, hey, listen, if you download this application, you can have value. Groceries will be delivered to your home. You'll have access to, the entire world by one click of a button. All you need is this application. So we share it with people with zero boomerang effect because we just like to share, not sell. So I want to talk about our executive team. Our executive team combines over 200 years of multiple billions of global expansion when it comes to opportunities around the world. Now, I could talk about our entire corporate team, but there's one individual that I have time to talk about right now. If you want to find out about our entire corporate team, go to iBuumerang.com and you can look at their profiles. But right now, I want to talk about our CEO and chairman. His name is Mr. Holton Buggs. And that smile that you see on his face is super genuine. That is him in a T. And I've known him for almost 20 years now. So I want to talk about his longevity and lifespan as an entrepreneur in the home-based business arena. Remember we talked about this young college student that joins a network marketing company or a home-based business, and they want to come sell you knives and toothpaste, and they're excited. Well, that was that guy. When he was a teenager, he joined the home-based business arena. In 1990, he worked his butt off for 7 years, and every now and then he would see $500 a month in commissions. Not consistently, but every now and then within that 7 years. I wouldn't call that success, but I would call what he learned going through that process in those 7 years was better than any education that he could have ever paid for. In 1997, he developed a formula and a system to achieve rapid success. In 2009, this guy, Mr. Holton Buggs, our CEO and founder of iBuumerang, he coached over 50 people to earn over $1 million in 10 years. Now, who do you know personally that you can call right now that has developed over 50 millionaires or 50 people to earn $1 million? Just because you earn $1 million doesn't mean you keep it. But 50 people to earn over $1 million in 1 decade, that guy is responsible for that. But more importantly, or not necessarily more importantly, more impressive, that same guy in that 10-year period, he earned over $100 million in field commissions in a coffee company. He was a distributor. He built one of the largest organizations in the world in any network marketing company, and that guy did it in a coffee company. So I want you to imagine our CEO and founder knows what it feels like to be at the bottom, struggling just to be recognized for 7 years, to being the ultimate, only living person on the planet to earn over $100 million in one company in 1 decade. After that 10-year split, he walks away to launch his own company called iBuumerang. So March of 2019, he launched iBuumerang. So we are really coming close to our 2-year mark of our inception of the company. The official launch for iBuumerang was actually September of 2019. The March 2019 was the pre-launch. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to slow down and share something with you just for a second. There is a company that's out there called businessforhome.org. They are pretty much the leading authority when it comes to not just policing the industry of home-based businesses, but keeping all of us on a global scale, hundreds of thousands of representatives around the world in thousands of countries, thousands of companies that are out there around the world. There's one source that we go to get the updates, and that's businessforhome.org. Well, businessforhome.org, they normally will tell you the good, the bad, and the ugly. They dropped an article on us earlier this year around February 2020. Now, I want you to imagine where we were February of 2020 as a planet. We were starting to learn this new word called COVID-19. But even in the midst of all that, this article was dropped, and the article said that iBuumerang was the fastest growing home-based business opportunity in the world in 2019. Now, the reason I'm making a big point of this is we pre-launched in March, we officially launched in September. We didn't even have an entire year to compete with every other company that's out there. And we were the fastest growing company in the world just in the first few months that we launched. Ladies and gentlemen, it's because of that guy. That gentleman right there is responsible for dozens, hundreds, maybe even thousands of people who are individually successful working from home because of his teachings. And he started his own company, and it is iBuumerang. Our team created a concept to make the future of business easier by creating a technology called the PRIB. What you are looking at right now is literally the heartbeat of iBuumerang. That logo that you are looking at called the PRIB, P-R-I-B, it is a trademark technology, and it's called the Perpetual Residual Income Builder. Perpetual Residual Income Builder. Perpetual means this thing never sleeps. It works 24 hours a day, 7 days a week to build a residual customer database of individuals who are in the PRIB for free, and they're activating and using our services, technologies, and our savings. And when they save, you make money. I want you to hear what I just said. This technology, a perpetual technology that never sleeps, is designed, literally designed, to help you build a customer database without selling one thing and creating residual income. That is the PRIB. What you are looking at right now is artificial intelligence. And you may say, Johnny, I don't know what that means. Yes, you do. You just don't know that you know. Have you ever picked up your phone and you went to Google something, or you're on Facebook, or maybe you're on Amazon, and something pops up that you searched for on an entirely different computer that's synced to your technology? And you're wondering, like, how did they know that I was looking for a leg brace? No joke. This happened to me last week. I was looking for a sleeve to go on my calf muscle because I run. I said it out loud to my wife. I never even searched for it. And the next thing I know, I see things popping up offering me what I'm looking for on Amazon. How do they know that? It's artificial intelligence. They learn you based on what you like and what you love. Have you ever realized that you've never really been mad at Amazon because of junk mail or spam? Because they only show you what you want to see. When my wife goes to Amazon and I go to Amazon, we see completely different things that pop up because they show things based on her interests and they show me things based on my interests. That is called artificial intelligence. They are learning you so they know your personality and they know what to offer you. And we are doing this for free. We send our family members and friends, we send them links, we share things with them, and they start learning, okay, this person likes this. This person wants to go here. This person, time of the year, they normally purchase these particular things. And now the artificial intelligence is doing all the work. You've never gotten a phone call from Amazon saying, hey, do you want to buy something? You've never gotten a phone call from Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, TikTok, all these amazing companies that are out there that are built on the heartbeat of artificial intelligence. So they know each individual by name, each individual by personality. Ladies and gentlemen, we are the first home-based business in the entire world to offer artificial intelligence to our ambassadors, our entrepreneurs, as well as our free customers, which leads residual income back to you when you choose to join us. The PRIB is at work 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and it's working for you. Let's say these are your customers and you are putting your customers into the PRIB for free. Just like you become a free customer of Amazon, a free customer of Facebook or Instagram, we put the free customers in the PRIB for free. We ask them for nothing other than we send them a digital code. And when they activate that digital code, they go inside the PRIB and they are your customer for life. So the individual who invited you to this presentation, if you choose not to be an entrepreneur with us, you don't want to be an ambassador and make money, that's fine. You can become a free customer. You can't make money as a free customer, but you can save money and have access to the benefits. So either way, it's a win-win situation for the person who invited you out. Now, I want you to think to yourself, how many people do you know that like to save money? How many people do you know that love to use technology for, saving money and building something for the future? We're doing it already. You're just not getting paid to do it. Now, customers, your follow-up, your selling, your upselling, your cross-selling, the PRIB does literally everything for you. While I'm talking to you, the PRIB is working for my customers around the world, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Your team, when I bring ambassadors into iBuumerang and they bring ambassadors into iBuumerang and they bring customers and their customers bring customers and their ambassadors bring ambassadors, that all goes into your PRIB. And even though you don't know these people, you don't know any of their private information, the PRIB, the technology begins to learn them exactly what they're already used to doing. Now, the team welcome orientations, trainings, upgrades, events, retention, the PRIB does all the work for you. The power of the PRIB. Now, throughout the year, since we have launched in March of 2019, throughout that year, in the first 18 months, we have begun to plug in new verticals that go inside the PRIB. The very first vertical, the very first industry that we allow the free customers and the ambassadors to have access to right off the bat for free is the iGo platform. Now, the iGo platform is a travel website. Our travel website, basically, Holton Buggs bought and purchased a 20-year-old travel company that has been doing business all over the world for the last 20 years. Why would he buy an existing travel company with 20 years of existence? One reason and one reason only. He's brilliant. He bought a company that was already approved to do business in most countries around the world. So the day we launched, iGo platform was live. We'll talk about that in just a second. And then we just introduced Zents. We talked about this very early on. Zents is a wearable technology for aromatherapy. We'll talk about that in just a second. But we also have Vibe Rides. How many of you understand that when you pick up your phone and you use a rideshare app for a car to come pick you up, there's no relationship with you and that driver. There's a relationship with you and the technology. But what if you were able to make money on your family members and friends in every ride that they got in? Not even that. What if you knew drivers that were already driving for other platforms and they want to make money when they're not driving? Well, now your drivers can recruit other drivers and create a residual income. We're just getting started, people. And the fourth implementation that goes into the PRIB as a vertical industry is Build Genius. Now, Build Genius is something very special to iBuumerang. It is available right now in America only, but I want you to imagine if we launch this in America, what's about to come to the rest of the world. This technology literally are individuals that will call your bill company to negotiate regular rates for you without you having to say one word. And it's free. Your customers will not pay for the service. You only get paid if they save money. We'll talk about that in just a second. 1 million customers have joined the PRIB in 18 months. That is historical for any company that I know of in their first 18 months as a technology company. Your iGo travel platform works as so. We create a 5-star lifestyle at 3-star prices. I want you to look at this image that you're looking at right there on the smartphone. That is the iGo travel platform. It's a free lifetime membership for any person that joins the PRIB for free. Any ambassador that joins the PRIB, we have access to this technology. Now, exclusive access to the lowest prices, huge savings for you. Here's some examples of screenshots of individuals that have actually saved money. Actually, this particular one is our CEO, Mr. Holton Buggs. I've had my own as well. I know many of you have your own iGo stories because it is the launching pad of iBuumerang that we have access to right off the bat. Here's an example, New York City 4.5-star hotel. This is Expedia, real time, just exact same location, exact same hotel, exact same dates, exact same everything. Thank you for booking with us. Congratulations, you saved $1,589 and you earned this credit. Now, I'm only focused on the savings for one reason. Remember, we get paid based on our customers saving money. So we get paid on the savings. We're not travel agents, so you can't make a commission on the booking of travel, but you can make commissions on the savings. That's the brilliance of Mr. Holton Buggs. Here's an example that's going to make it clear and cut so you'll understand it. The iGo Travel Savings Bonus Platform. Every single month on the 20th day of every month, we pay out residual incomes. Along with those residual incomes for the ambassadors, we also pay out the travel savings bonuses. I have been a part of iBuumerang actively working since November of 2019. There has not been one month that has ever gone by in my commissions on a monthly basis that I don't see a travel savings bonus commission. Now, I don't know where these people go. I don't even know who they are. I just get a report that they save money and I made money. Why is that important? Because I didn't sell anything. I didn't convince anybody to travel. The PRIB sent them offers. The PRIB sent them deals like what you're looking at right now. Hey, how would you like to go to Cancun, Mexico and save 40% because you're an ambassador of iBuumerang? Hey, how would you like to go to Cancun at a 5-star resort on a negotiated price that we have through iGo Travel and you save 20% because you're a free customer? Are you starting to understand how this works? The PRIB is communicating to our customers for us. So based on this example, 5-star resort, look at the green. It says $424 in savings. Remember, I never focus on the prices because I'm not in sales. I focus on the savings because that's how I get paid. iGo Cancun. If you look at the top, it says ambassador platform. You save 40%. If you look to the right of that, that's the iGo customer platform, and they are free customers and they save 20%. Now look at 1, 2, and 3 to the right-hand side of the screen. Number 1, your customer activates the boomerang. What does that mean? You want to become a free customer of the PRIB? The person who invited you out, they throw you a digital code. When you activate that digital code, you immediately have access to the iGo platform. And once you are inside the PRIB, you can go out and book and save money starting today. Your customer books travel and they save. So what happens to you based on this example? They save $212 based on this example. Number 3, you earn 50% of the savings in cash. So when your customer saved $212 based on this example, you would have made $106 in commissions. This is not recruiting. This is not selling. This is the PRIB communicating with your free customers, and they are doing the work for you. So here's my question. How many free customers do you want to have in the PRIB? It's free. How many people were a part of Instagram because of you and because of the people they got in? And YouTube and Facebook and all these other places. All the money that's being generated because of you, and it never boomerangs and comes back to you until now. the first company of its kind to offer a platform where individuals can build a home-based business by doing what they're already doing for free for other entities. Now you're going to do it in iBuumerang. Now, what I'm wearing in my nose right now is called Zents. Did you know that smell is the strongest of the 5 senses? Which means when you smell something, it literally alters your mood, it alters your energy, and it alters, even standing up straight and having, great posture. We have harnessed the power of the sense by creating a new revolutionary wearable technology. You're looking at it right here. It's actually in my nose right now. Instantly, when I put this one in, this is the purified lemon. Instantly, it gave me energy. Why? Because aromatherapy goes back thousands of years of research through aromatherapy. And we have the patent technology. You cannot get this anywhere else in the world. It is literally worn on the inside of your nose, kind of like earphones in your head, but they're earphones that go clip right here, and you can just wear it throughout the day. The cool thing is right now, most people can't see it when I'm wearing it, because when I'm out and about, I'm wearing a mask because of COVID-19. So when I wear a mask, I don't have the mask breath that most people have. I have Zents. So what I'm doing is my yoga teacher or instructor is buying Zents from me now for their clients. My massage therapist, I gave them free samples of Zents. And guess what? They're calling me and saying, Johnny, where can we get that from? Let me send you a link and you can just go get your own. But that link is my link. So when they order Zents, they are my customer for life. Do you understand where we're going with this? You don't have to be a salesperson in this opportunity. If you want to go out and establish multiple, $100 million negotiating deal with resorts around the world, and you have the talent and skills to do that, go for it. Go sell the Zents. But I can tell you that most people, they don't have that talent or skill. But what they can do is wear the technology, and when people ask them, they give them a free sample, and so forth and so on. So you're looking at it right there. Zents is the revolution and wearable technology. It's wearable technology because nothing touches your skin. You're not consuming anything. The oil is not touching your skin. It's just literally clamped in place. So every breath that I take, I'm either having lemon for purify, energy. I do energy when I go running, and I relax when I lay down at night, and I wear it. I have, funny enough, I have well over $1,000 worth of Zents that is on the way to my house right now, because my desire is to get as many customers as possible by giving free samples. So with that being said, let's talk about Vibe Rides. To me, I believe that Vibe Rides, we will have millionaires just in Vibe Rides alone. Remember I said that. We will have $1 million testimonies just based on Vibe Ride alone. Why? What happens when you pick up your phone and you open up an app and you order a car to come pick you up, or you order groceries, or you want products or services to be delivered to your house? We're not competing with those companies. The only reason we're not competing with the existing companies because they're not going to pay you anything to use their services. We will. Not only can you recruit drivers, not only can your free customers that are inside the PRIB have access to Vibe Rides, your drivers can recruit drivers. Your drivers can recruit drivers. Our drivers in Vibe Ride can make money when they're not driving. How's that possible? I know people right now in London, England, that have drivers on the road in Houston, Texas. Why? Because Vibe Rides is only available in Texas right now, certain parts of Florida, certain parts of Georgia, and now we are constantly expanding throughout the United States. I believe the very first country that we will launch for Vibe Rides is Mexico City, and that is already in place. The reason is Mexico City is one of the largest cities in the entire world, and we want to learn as we grow. And then we'll be moving into London, England, and expanding across the world. So I want you to ask yourself something. If you had an opportunity to get on an airplane, would you want to get on the airplane when it was on the ground? Or would you want to get on the airplane when it was in the air? We're still on the ground with this. This is ground floor, people. Get on the airplane while it's on the ground. There are so many people that wish they invested in Amazon, wish they would have been invested in so many amazing companies with amazing applications and technologies. Vibe Rides is the only rideshare company in the world that will allow drivers to make money when they're not driving. How many drivers do you know right now that you can recruit just on that one line? How much money do you make when you're not driving for your rideshare company? They're going to be like, nothing. I only make money if I have a passenger in the back seat. What if I can show you how to create a fleet of drivers by doing what you're already doing, but you are recruiting other drivers And when they drive, you make money. When your customers get in a vibe, you make money, so forth and so on. Americans are overpaying their bills. And based on this study, over $60 billion in surplus of overpaying in bills. 9 out of 10 of you right now are overpaying your bills today. You can reduce your bills without switching providers. No membership fee. You don't pay anything unless they save money. My wife did this. She went there. She went to Bill Genius, literally just submitted the bills. Next thing I know, we start getting emails back of how much money they saved us for the year. You can save on these bills and much more. Right now, this is just in America. Bill Genius has saved customers more than $9.5 million to date. And remember, they don't pay for the service. You only pay when you save money, and you don't really pay anything. You just split the difference of the savings. I've been using something like this for my taxes for about 10 years now. So I know that this type of service works, and it's a service that we're going to expand throughout the world. We just want to give you a glimpse of where iBuumerang is headed, the heartbeat of the company, and you can see just with the first 4 verticals that we rolled out, we're moving fast, hard, and heavy. You can save money with Bill Genius. You upload your bills in 3 minutes. Bill Genius does all the work for you. You don't pay anything unless you save money. Here's Kristen from Texas, saved $999 on 3 bills. Somebody from New York, $1,776 is Joan from New York, saved on 2 bills. Wendy from Maryland, $1,300 on 3 bills. They did nothing other than implement their information. Bill Genius starts the negotiation, and they negotiate in a way that pretty much is going to save you money for free. So Bill Genius, the power of 10. Let's just give you an example of Bill Genius alone. This is a hypothetical example, but let's just say you had 10 ambassadors in your team. And let's say you did this and your 10 ambassadors had 10 customers. Well, that will be 100 customers if it happened again in 4 months. And if 10 told 10 the next 5 to 8 months, that will be 1,000 customers. And if 10 told 10 the next 9 to 12 months, 10,000 customers. Now, you can cut that in half if you want to, or you can multiply it by 2 if you want to. I literally have ambassadors in my team right now that have over 1,000 customers. I have a couple that have over 5,000 customers. How do they do it? It's free to become a customer. All you have to do is throw them a boomerang, they activate it, and they become your customer for life. Based on this hypothetical example, this individual will be making right around $6,000 a month in residual income just by showing people how to save money on their bills. Now, this is only in America, and we have people in London, we have people in Australia that are making money with Bill Genius because they have family members and friends that live in America. So you don't have to live in a territory, and you don't have to wait to live in a territory where this is already in place. You can literally build outside your territory and make money. So, do you boomerang? Now, I believe without a doubt that the entire world will be using this term one day. Kind of like you use the word Google. Did you Google that? What does that mean? What it means is, did you search for that on the internet? But we don't say that. We say, did you Google it? I believe the world will say one day, because of us, did you boom that? Did you check the boomerang? Did you check the PRIB before you purchased that? What side of the coin do you want to be on? Do you want to be a part of us before the world is saying it and be a reason that they're saying it because you're financially incentivized? Or do you want to wait until proof of concept and then join? How's it looking for Bitcoin right now? Did you buy Bitcoin when it was less than $200 a coin? Or are you buying it now at $27,000 a coin because you were waiting for the proof of concept? Don't get left behind, people. Give it the person who invited you to this presentation. Trust me, you will be glad you did. What you're looking at right now is probably the most intimidating screen in the entire part of this presentation. Why? Because I don't understand any of this. I'm not really a technology person, but I do understand how to scan codes. I know how to send somebody a link. And when I send somebody a link, I send them a boomerang. They activate the boomerang and they become my customer for life. As a matter of fact, to the Boom Foundation, every person who activates a boomerang, we nourish a child that needs proper nutrition. Every activated boomerang nourishes a child. Over 6 million servings of nutrition have been served to date, just because you are getting free customers to activate the boomerang. Residual income from the PRIB. Number one, you send your ambassador your ambassadors and customers to the PRIB with a code. You literally give the person who invited you here, they will send you a code. The PRIB uses that data, artificial intelligence, to cross-sell for you. It does all the work. And remember, just like you are never upset at Amazon, you're never going to be upset at the PRIB, because the PRIB is only going to show your customers based on things that they like with their personality type. Number 3, your residual income is based on you and your efforts and the PRIB. That's where your residual income comes from. 6 ways to earn money in our company. Referral bonuses. That's when you bring in ambassadors. The person who invited you to this call right now to be live with us on Zoom, they have every hope and a desire that you choose to be an ambassador with us. Remember, as an ambassador, you're an entrepreneur of iBuumerang. You can make money. Or you could just bring in customers and get a direct customers bonus. Now, I can tell you that I have been equally excited about the very first 2. I am bringing in ambassadors because my ambassadors are bringing in ambassadors, and that all brings bonuses into the compensation plan. But when they start bringing in customers and so forth and so on, the bonuses begin to expand above and beyond your wildest imagination. Fast start acceleration bonus. You have dual team compensation bonus, which means you can build 2 teams, a left team and a right team. You don't have to understand that the computer does everything for you. And you also have a unilevel compensation plan. And what that basically means is, if I brought in you and you brought in your cousin, and your cousin brought in their brother, and their brother brought in their dad, and their dad brought in his attorney, all 5 of them would be in your lineage, which means it's connected to you. So the commissions roll up to you, because without them, without you, there would be no them. So you get paid residual on everything that they do. You have leadership and infinity bonuses. I can tell you this, the leadership and infinity bonuses are more shocking to me on a monthly basis than any other bonus that we have. It is so lucrative because we are rewarded by building and creating leaders on a whole nother level. Now, how do you get started with an iBuumerang? You can start as a standby passenger. A standby passenger just basically means it's $50 US to get started. Now, I don't think I've ever brought anybody in as a standby passenger, but you'll understand why in just a second. Now, let's jump into the meat of the organization and how you can build and create something for yourself in the future. You decide, what level do you want to come in on? Now that you know that you want to be an ambassador in iBuumerang, do you want to be a coach class ambassador, business class ambassador, or first class ambassador? Well, what does that mean, Johnny? I'm going to explain first class, which basically will explain the other ones. I'm going to go to first class because I'm a first class ambassador. Let's say you become a first class ambassador. You know that you want to become an ambassador. It's $99 a month to be an ambassador. Now, what's crazy about that is I'm talking to you right now in my house in South Lake, Texas, and I'm making money in over 60 countries around the world while we're talking. Can you imagine if I ran a lemonade stand right out in front of my home? Where would I be making money? Right out in front of my home. How much money do you think that it would take me to operate that lemonade stand for 30 days? Probably more than $100. So I spent $100 on lemons, sugar, cups, water, utensils, straws, whatever it is. I'm probably going to run out and have to buy more throughout the month, especially if I'm doing good. But I'm only making money in front of my home. I am making more money on a global scale, and I'm spending less money on a monthly basis than it takes to run a lemonade stand, people, because of the technologies that exist in iBuumerang. As an ambassador, I choose first class. Why? As a first class ambassador, you get the iGo platform. Look at the very top. You get the hotels, the flights, the rental cars, the cruises, the home getaways, lifestyle getaways. You have no limitations as a first class ambassador. Your boomerang codes, you get 50 boomerangs the day you join, which means I can acquire 50 new free customers the day I join as a first class ambassador. As a business class ambassador, you get 25 boomerangs. As coach class, you get 10. Remember, the value of your organization and your customer base will be based on how many boomerangs that you have. If you run out of boomerangs, you can always go into your back office and reload boomerangs, and they're very inexpensive to buy. But that is your inventory. So starting with 50 boomerangs is a heck of a lot stronger than starting with 25. You get 100% of your bonus percentage, your dual team compensation plan, up to 20% in bonuses, the PRIB technology, Vibe Rides, and Build Genius. All that you have access to becoming first class. And that's how you start your business. So ladies and gentlemen, here's what I want you to do. I want you to get with the person who invited you to this call. If you're watching me right now and you're looking at this live, if I were you, and you don't have to understand why, you can ask them why I'm saying this. They'll explain to you. Pick up your phone, send them a message, and say, I'm first. In our compensation plan, there is a reward. There is a major benefit to be first before the next person joins in that organization. They'll explain to you what I mean by that, but we have a dual compensation plan, which means we can only build 2 teams. So the first 2 people that I brought into iBuumerang, the first 2 ambassadors, I put one on my left team, one on my right team. I cannot start a third team. Every other ambassador that I have brought in for the last year has gone under my first 2 people, which means my team makes money off of me too. It's the only compensation plan that I know of in the network marketing industry where it creates team effort and you guys make money off of each other's efforts to help each other build. It creates synergy. So get with the person who invited you out, let them know you want to be first, and you'll be the next person in their organization, which puts you at the top of their organization as it exists today. I got to end with a disclaimer the same way I started. iBuumerang cannot and will not make any guarantees about your ability to get results, to earn money with our program, information, tools, or strategies. Simply put, whatever you put into this business is what you're going to get out. Just like when you join your local gym. When you join your local gym, you may pay a monthly fee. You have access to all the equipment inside the gym, but it doesn't mean you're going to use it. So they have a disclaimer statement too. They can't guarantee you're going to lose weight or gain muscle because they don't know if you're going to go to work. And the same thing with us. You have access to everything I have access to. All of our $1 million earners in iBuumerang, you have access to the exact same things they have access to, but only you know the effort that you're going to put into that. So come have fun with this, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Johnny Wimbrey. As I started, and as I'm saying now, it is an honor and a pleasure, and I look forward to meeting you on the beaches of the world where we're traveling, having fun, and playing together. God bless you guys. We'll see you on the next presentation. Get with the person who invited you out right now. Trust me, you'll be glad you did. We'll see you next time. Boom.
Looking to start a business from home? The business from home. We are the fastest growing home-based business company in the world that's helping ordinary people just like you and I to get out of debt, generate additional income streams in their life, and creating extraordinary success stories globally. We've got the right systems in place, world-class servant leadership, wealthy compensation plan, and the utmost support you need to start local and go global. To get started, simply text us on WhatsApp, #ReadyToBoom on +356 9946 3303. Again, text #ReadyToBoom on WhatsApp on the number +356 9946 3303 right now. Let's get ready to boom.